What is up, people? Omi's Gaming here. We're gonna have a different topic of conversation today. We're gonna rank different Valorant agents till Teho, of course, since he's out now. So starting off, we got Breach. Breach is gonna be S tier, still one of the best initiators in the game. Now that Teho is in the meta, you could combine both of them to have so many amazing plays, take so much space, especially in split. Make sure to try it out. Brimstone would be a B tier agent since you don't have regen smokes still, and I mean he has long smokes, so still I would say he's a B tier because on bind and fracture you still need him as a solo smoker if you're using him. Astra would be A tier. No, actually no. Make it B tier. Why? Her stars take a lot of time to regen. I talked about this with my friends too when I was using her. You have to be really precise when you're using the stars for smokes or everything. And again, very less second smoke time. So, I mean, you don't have a lot of space to build up. Chamber would be C tier. Still a good agent if you are a person who likes to attack and likes to op. You could still play a little aggressive, get a pick and then TP off. But still, very situational. One of the worst sentinels to function in defense because the trip is like very little range, does nothing, only detects flank. So yeah, Chamber as an attacking sentinel is a good one. Defense, not at all. Clove would be A tier, and I'll tell you why. Especially on Sunset, Cloud9 and NRG match. Cloud9 won because of Clove, okay, and the regioning smokes and the ability to smoke when you're dead is really good. Also, you get a heal. If you use the vulnerable really well, you could also have some utility with him. But as of now, I would say better smoker. Okay. Cypher would be A tier. Still relevant. Okay. Still a lot of people use it, especially crew. Shy loves to play it. The trips are a little nerfed, but I don't think it matters that much. The only counter to Cypher is Sova. Other than that, you could really get so much space. And if you're a good Cypher player, you would always have a perfect lurk. So remember that. Deadlock would be C tier. They say that it's gonna. How do I say this? Valorant did say that they're gonna do some changes to Deadlock, but as of now, again, bad as an attacking sentinel because you cannot control flank, and that's one of the worst things about Deadlock. If there was some way that Deadlock could function as an attacking sentinel, if they make changes to the trip, that if you're just standing on the trip you might get detected after 2 or 3 seconds, so that may make her useful. Her grenade and her ultimate, the wall is also fine, but the two things that are really really good would be the nade and the ult. Really good. Now that they have improved the ult, it kind of has a less error chance. Other than that, fade would be S tier. See, after the Sky nerf, you have seen Fade being used as an initiator a lot. Now it's kind of going out of the meta because of Teho, but still, Prowler's good for info, amazing reveal, good ult, good C's. You could combine the C's with Teho and Raze. So yeah, you could use her in so many ways. Gecko, after the nerf, would be B tier. Still useful on bind, good ultimate, but after the time that you don't have a lot of time to pick up the wingman and the flash, so kind of is has lost its utility after the nerf, but still a decent enemy. Harbor would be B tier 2. Again, could be used on Pearl, but as a line smoker, Viper would still be useful because it only slows. That's the only problem with Harbor. The Cove is still fine for post plant and everything, but again, very situational, so it's not good. ISO, it's kind of a debatable topic, but for me, it would be B tier because still, ISO does not have any entry potential. If you're a good fragger, if you have good aim, and I feel that one of the best duelist to use if you can just push in and get frags would be ISO because the they did improve the shield, but again entry potential very limited. Jett would still be A tier even after so many nerfs. so many changes. You could still use her as an attacking duelist. Could entry so well. You could opt with her dash out still. Even though you still have only one updraft, you could use it to, get a good viewpoint on the map, especially in Pearl, Breeze, one of those. KO would be B tier. Again, very situational, could be used on Ascent, but since the Ascent is out, you don't have a lot of maps that you could use KO, and RG used it, and of course, they got fucked up. Anyways, KJ would be A tier. Still, the only problem with KJ would be the range of the alarm bot. Turret is fine, turret is okay. And I think that she could still be used as a solo sentinel because she could hold flank, she could lurk, and she could hold off a site on defense, so she is really good. Personally, again, I'm saying this, these are all my opinions. You might disagree with it, and I would love to hear it in the comment section, but this is what I feel, okay? Neon would be A tier. If she was post a pre-nerf, I would have put her in S tier because like she was the most annoying agent to play against and one of the best agents to play if you want to rank up. But right now, kind of in the mix still, but not as useful as she was. Omen would be S tier, one of the best smoking semi initiator type of an agent. You could also function Omen as a duelist because he can entry. Remember that. If you use the blind and you could shroud someplace different where you don't express, if you are a really good Omen agent, or basically what I mean is that if you can really understand how to use Omen, you could do so much on the map because he's still one of the best smokers, and that's what I feel. Phoenix would be B tier. The after the heal, it did become a little bit relevant, but after the Regent Shield, basically the heal did not put up much of a utility. That's what I would say. Still, his the only thing good about Phoenix would be his ultimate because it's 6 point, and you could, if you're really good as a duelist who could get kills, you could really use him on attack. Raze would be B tier. Apart from the satchel nerf, all the other abilities could be a good way to farm ACS. Because the nade, if used perfectly, could deal a lot of damage and maybe turn the game around. So yeah, Raze is still useful. Little restricted on the limit potential as an entry duelist because of course the satchel does not have a lot of mobility now, but still very useful. Reyna, B tier, more mobility but less heal. So again, entry potential really bad. Only the blinds are useful because I've seen in lower lobbies people don't break the blind and you just get the kill randomly. So yeah, a little useful than before because you could op and escape and you have more mobility as in the speed with which you're moving. So yeah, still useful, not as much as Jet or Race. So relatively, it's a bad duelist than there. Sage C tier, kind of a good agent, but in the lower tiers because in high level gameplay, unless you're Grim, you should not pick Sage because again, cannot check flanks. Solo Sentinel is like the wall breaks off, right? Eventually, so you don't have a lot in your ability bracket because Valorant has evolved from being just a shooting game to more of an ability based game. Because even if you're watching the pro matches, util has become more important than being a good aimer. So yeah, in terms of abilities, other than wall, heal is still better than before, but like I said, as a solo sentinel, it's not at all good. Sky would still be B tier. I wouldn't say she's a C tier initiator because she still is useful on split and a few maps, and still a few pro teams use her as an sort of like an info based initiator because a dog is still a little bit useful, not as useful as before. If it was pre-patch, she would have been A or S tier depending on how it functions. Sova would be A tier, still useful. The best part about Sova as a recon initiator would be that he's basically irreplaceable on some maps like Ascent, Breeze. You just need Sova because the amount of recon potential Sova has is just amazing. People use it on Pearl too, to be honest. So yeah, he is useful as a recon initiator. Could use it as a secondary one. Primary initiator, Sova loses a lot of potential because he does not have any flash. So if you need info, he's still decent. But if you need him as a solo initiator, you're going to have a lot of problems while entering site. Remember that. Theo would be S tier. Oh my god, one of the worst agents you could introduce at this point of Valorant because you could deny the bomb plan at all times. You have a good recon, and you're basically semi breach because you can stun, right? So, right now, he could even be used as a solo initiator. He's so good. And his ultimate gets so much space. I feel that the two changes that are gonna come, they're gonna reduce the drone duration, right? And I think they're gonna increase the ultimate count. I think it's 7. If it's 7, it's gonna go to 8. If it's 8, it should go to 9. That's what I feel, and that's what I hope they should do. I think the nades maybe should have less Uh, maybe less sticks. I don't know. I'm not sure. They have to figure it out. But yeah, still, Theo is like one of the most broken initiators. So, guys, if you're using him, you're doing good. If you're not, please learn him. Because if you're an initiator main, if you master this guy, it's so easy to rank up. Trust me, it's so easy to rank up. My friends and me have been using Teho and Breach combo, and it's been amazing how much space you can create with these two. So Teho Breach, one of the best combo initiator right now in the meta. Viper would be still A tier, man, still A tier. Um, a little bit nerfed, yeah, but still, her ultimate one of the really good ones on attacking side post plant. Orb still good in terms of damage. Almost always used on split. Could get a lot of space, can get a lot of kills, vulnerable damage. It's just Viper is a really good line smoke agent, better than Harbor, like I said. So yeah, Wise kind of a difficult put. It may go in S, it may go in A, but for me it's A tier still. Because her vines are good if you want to lock someone down, but it's still easy to escape. It's not a lot of damage. So until unless an agent who is locked on vines actually entirely moves across the vines, gets killed. Otherwise, you could just hold off and you could just go off on the right or left side to escape it. Kind of a decent sentinel, I would say, on the same level as Cypher if you want to use her. Her ultimate is like one of the best things. The flash can be broken after once, and you expect the flash to be broken after one use. So yeah, ultimate one of the best things. Yoru would be S tier. You could see Yoru slowly coming into the meta. A lot of pro teams have been using him. You could get so much space with Yoru because his ultimate, his TP, his fake clone, flashes. It's just as a duelist, I would say he's one of the hardest to master, but at the same time, one of the best duelist you could lay your hands on. Again, it has a good learning curve, but I feel that if you learn him, you could do so much as a duelist rather than just sitting, holding an angle with an op, or not entering. You could do so much. So yeah, let me know what in the comment box. What do you feel about this tier list? I'm not going to put anything D because D is like totally useless. You would never pick it. I still feel that if you know how to play an agent, you wouldn't care about the tier list regardless because you could see a lot of people playing ISO in Radiant, farming kills. You could see a lot of people playing Chamber like Ye, Alfier. So yeah, me personally, what I would say is that this is my own opinion based on looking at a lot of pro matches, my own experience with the game. So let me know in the comment box what you guys think. Do you feel that some agents should be up or down in the tier list? And I'd love to hear your opinions. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Uh, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace out. Make sure to subscribe. Okay, I need subscribers. But yeah, take care. Peace out.